राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारी यमुनातीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल Hare Krishna. Om Gyantimirandasya Gyananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutaha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण I'd like to welcome all of you all to the first part of the Naam Ramayan series. How many of you all here have heard the word Naam Ramayan before? Please put up your hand. How many of you heard Naam Ramayan before? Okay. So, the others, you have never heard of the word Naam Ramayan till now, right? Good. I'm going to introduce you all to a very, very unique and a very mystical world of Naam Ramayan. It's an amazing um, poem composed by a great Sri Vaishnava Acharya named Lakshmanacharya. And this particular poem, Naam Ramayan, contains the entire Ramayan in 108 verses. And it's a brilliant composition where every verse of the Naam Ramayan contains one name of Lord Ram. But in that name of Ram is an entire story of Ramayana. Within that one name of Ram. And within that one name of Ram is also the quality, one of the qualities of Lord Ram. And a meditation on Lord Ram. So we always hear of this Naam Rupa Guna Leela, right? So when you chant the holy name of the Lord, it reveals the form of the Lord, and then it reveals the quality of the Lord, and it reveals the Leela of the Lord, right? Nam Ramayana is exactly that. So what we are going to be doing over the next 1 hour or so is I'm going to be reciting many of the verses of Nam Ramayana. I'll share the verse with you all, and you all also can repeat after me, so you'll get an idea of how Nam Ramayana sounds like. But along with that, we will see from that verse, from that name, how there is a form connected to it, how there is a pastime connected to it, how there is quality connected to it. So that's what we're going to be seeing today. And uh, as I said, Nam Ramayan, the 108 verses contains the entire Ramayana. So practically from Balakand of the Ramayana all the way to the Uttarakand, everything is there within these 108 verses. So you get the Falastuti of chanting the entire Ramayana, we're chanting Naam Ramayana. The recitation of the entire Naam Ramayana takes about 11 minutes. So in 11 minutes, you get the benefit of chanting 24,000 verses of Ramayana. Literally. That's how Naam Ramayana is. Okay. So today I'm going to be sharing some verses from the Balakand of the Ramayana. So I'll chant the verse and then you'll have to repeat after me. Okay. As I said, each name, each verse, this is one verse. Each verse is one name of Lord Ram. And it refers to one of the qualities of Lord Ram. Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararam. Shuddha means pure. Brahma refers to the Brahman or the Supreme Person. That's the Brahma here. And Parat Pararam refers to the Ram who has all these divine qualities. So the Ramayana begins with a question by Valmiki Muni. Valmiki asks his guru Narad Muni a question. And the question that Valmiki asks his guru Narad Muni is that he says, "Oh my teacher, I want to know who is that one person who has all these 24 qualities in completeness." There is a list of 24 qualities that Valmiki makes right in the beginning of the Ramayana. And according to him, if any person has all these 24 qualities in completeness, that person is the greatest hero. So we all like to worship heroes, isn't it? But every hero that we know of has some good qualities, but also some limitations. We love that good quality in a hero and we worship that good quality in a hero. But unfortunately, that hero has so many flaws, we kind of ignore all that. But here, Valmiki is saying, I am looking for a hero who has all 24 qualities in completeness. I don't want anything short of that. So, Shuddha Brahma Parat Pararam refers to that Ram that has all 24 qualities in completeness in him. So, when Valmiki asks this question, Narad Muni replies to Valmiki that that person that you're looking for is Ram. And then Narad Muni narrates the entire Ramayana to Valmiki. That is how the Ramayana begins. So we all are looking for that perfect person. You keep watching reels and looking for somebody who is absolutely perfect. And unfortunately, in this world, there is no one who is perfect because everyone has some defects. Valmiki does not want to settle for anyone who has even one defect. Parat Ram refers to that Ram that has no defect, has no shortcomings, has no flaws. And when we worship that Ram who is absolutely perfect, then we are aspiring to serve, to worship, to emulate somebody who is such a hero who has no imperfections in him or her. And that is the Ram that we begin worshipping. शेषतल्पसुखनिद्रितराम् Shesha refers to Ananta Shesh, Adishesh, Sheshnag. Talpa refers to bed. Shesha Talpa means snake bed. Sukha Nidritaram. Sukha means joyful, peaceful. Nidrita means sleep. And Ram is referring to Lord Ram. Shesha Talpa Sukha Nidrita Ram refers to that Ram who is sleeping peacefully on a snake bed. Now, to help us understand this, I need to give you all some analogies. Anantashesh is the bed of the Supreme Lord. I'm sure all of you all have slept on different beds in your life, isn't it? Most beds that we sleep on, um, they're comfortable, but beyond a certain point, they become uncomfortable. Can you sleep on a bed for 15 hours continuously without getting a backache? Obviously not. No matter whichever bed you sleep on, you will get a backache beyond a certain point, isn't it? And after many more hours, you will start getting bed sores. You will start getting, itchy at the back, isn't it? Have you ever seen a picture of Mahavishnu with a backache? Have you ever seen a picture of Vishnu scratching his back? His bed sores and all that. You'll never find that. And yet, the Supreme Lord is sleeping on the snake bed all day long. He's just, that's what he does. He's just sleeping on the snake bed. The snake bed is considered to be the most advanced bed in the world, in the universe. You can't get a better quality bed than a snake bed. Many reasons. And one of the reasons is that it is the most breathable bed in the world because it actually breathes. Snake breathes in, breathes out, right? So when the snake breathes in and breathes out, it creates an air gap between which air passes. And it kind of keeps the circulation on. And because of which Vishnu never gets a back issue. And not only that, this bed is very interesting because of one more reason. Usually, mothers, when they have small babies who are not sleeping, and the mothers want to make the baby sleep, they blow into the eyes of the babies. When they blow into the eyes of the babies, it kind of makes the baby's eyes flutter and they go to sleep. Mahavishnu is sleeping on the snake bed, and Anantashesh, with his thousands of hoods, is blowing into the eyes of Mahavishnu. And that's why Mahavishnu gets very nice sleep. One day, one time, Lord Ram was with Lakshman and Hanumanji. He looks at Hanumanji and tells him, "My dear Hanuman, I love you twice as much as Lakshman." And then he looks at Lakshman and he asks him, "Did you feel bad about it?" And he's telling Hanuman in front of Lakshman, "I love you twice as much as Lakshman." And he asks Lakshman, "Did you feel bad about it?" Lakshman immediately tells Lord Ram, "My dear Lord, what you said is perfect. Hanuman actually is twice better than me." Ram is a little confused. He said, "What do you mean?" Lakshman replies and he says, "I have been serving Sita for 25 years. After serving Sita for 25 years, still she doubted my character. But Hanuman, he did not even meet Sita for 25 minutes and yet she trusted him completely." He said, "What I could not do in 25 years, Hanuman managed to do in 25 minutes. Therefore, he is much better than me." And then Lakshman says, "My dear Lord, as Anantashesh, I carry you on my lap. You're sleeping on my snake bed, right? But Hanuman carries me and you, both of us. Therefore, he is twice better than me." Ram is amazed by the logic Lakshman is giving, how Hanuman is twice better than him. So then Ram looks at Hanuman and tells him, "What did you feel when I said that I love you twice as much as Lakshman?" Hanuman tells Ram, "My dear Lord, this simply means that you love Lakshman more than me." Ram says, "How does that mean? I'm telling you clearly, I love you twice as much as Lakshman." Hanuman says, "Usually, when you tell someone I love you, what do you say? You say, I love you more than my life. Isn't it? That's usually the normal thing to say. But here Ram is saying, I love you more than Lakshman, which means Lakshman is your life and I am somebody else. And therefore, you love Lakshman more than me." Ram is just amazed by the logic of these two devotees. I mean, so now one statement, but both of them are looking at the way to glorify the other person. This is what makes Ram happy. When the Lord sees that you are glorifying and appreciating other devotees, it gives him a very peaceful sleep. When devotees glorify one another, when devotees appreciate one another, when devotees love one another, that gives great joy to the heart of the Lord. And that's the experience over here. Shesha Talpa Sukha Nidrita Ram. So it is that Ram who experiences great joy when he sees devotees appreciating one another. And when the Lord sees devotees criticizing one another, finding faults with one another, that does not give him good sleep. He will not be Sukha Nidrita Ram. He will be Dukha Nidrita Ram. And therefore, if you really want Ram to be peaceful, happy, joyful, we should see that how we can appreciate one another, how we can love one another, how we can take care of one another. And that gives Ram a lot of joy in his heart. Brahmadhyamara Prartitaram. Brahma refers to Lord Brahma here. Adya refers to all the gods. Brahmadhya means Brahma and all the gods. Amara, the word Amara is one of the names of the gods. Amara means they don't die because they have drunk the celestial nectar, therefore they don't die. Prarthita Ram means Brahma and all the gods who are eternal, they are praying to Ram. That's what this verse refers to. But this verse is a little sarcastic also. Brahmadya, Brahma and the gods, though they are Amara, eternal, they are still praying to Lord Ram because they're scared of the demons, Ravan, Kumbhakarna, etc. So usually when you are deathless, will you have fear in your heart? I'm sure in your childhood all of you all have played this video game named Mario, isn't it? Tuck tuck tuck, the floor jumps, keeps jumping. He has 3 lives. And because he has 3 lives, he'll do anything. He'll jump over anything. At least the first 2 lives. Third life he will be very careful. So imagine if we had 3 lives or 4 lives. How much risk we could take in life, isn't it? Unfortunately, we don't have. We die very easily. Therefore, there's a lot of fear in the heart. So those who have death, there is a lot of fear in their heart. But Brahma and the gods, they are deathless. They don't die only. But yet they are fearful of Ravan and Kumbhakarna. Why? Because that's the nature of fear. The nature of fear is that it makes you forget your realities. It makes you forget the realities of life. Like all of us hear this verse. Deino smeta de komaram yonam jara. We all know it by heart also. That we are not the body, we are spirit soul. Right? And the body has deaths. Atma doesn't have any death. But do you really have the confidence that you're not the body, you're spirit soul? Obviously not. Because our conviction that we are the body is very high. And our conviction that we are not the body is very philosophical. It's very theoretical, isn't it? So, fear is based on lack of realization. Fear is based on, like Prahlad Maharaj, when he was being thrown from that hill, when he was being thrown into the fire, he was thrown into the pit of snakes. He had no fear. The reason he had no fear because he was completely convinced that I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. Somebody who is completely convinced, they have absolutely no fear. You see, small children, they are at that level. They will jump into fire also. For them, it's all fun. They jump off from a building. All fun it is for them. They put their hand inside a fan also. But they don't think only. Because Fear doesn't affect them at all. They are in a different realm of thought process. But Brahma and the gods, they have great fear of Ravana. All the gods go to Lord Brahma and they said, Brahmaji, why did you give such boons to Ravana and his siblings? They are torturing us like anything. Brahma said, what to do? I had no option but to give them these boons. Brahma said, the only way we can get rid of these demons is if we pray to Lord Ram, pray to Lord Vishnu that he descends. By the power of Lord Vishnu's blessings, we can overcome all these demons. And Brahma was encouraging the gods, let us offer prayers. While Brahma was encouraging the gods, let us offer prayers, they had not even started praying. Brahma only suggested, let us offer prayers. The moment he suggested, let us offer prayers, instantly Lord Vishnu appears over there on his Garuda carrier. Brahma and the gods had not even prayed. Even before the prayers are offered, the Lord is there. The Lord is not even waiting for our prayers. He is only waiting for our intentions. If we have intention to pray, He will come. He will not even wait for us to begin praying. If we simply decide, I am going to pray, that's it. The Lord is very eager to come and offer His blessings to those who are simply having the intention to pray. So when Lord Vishnu comes, He comes on a Garuda and He comes with three things in His hands: Shankha, Chakra, and Gadha. He's carrying these three things in his hands, and he does not carry the fourth one, which is Padma. He does not carry the lotus flower. Why does Vishnu not carry the lotus flower? Was there a shortage of lotuses in Vaikuntha that day? Or was it winter season? No flowers. What's the problem? Why didn't he carry lotuses? Why didn't he carry the favorite Padma? He is indicating to the gods that the time for creation is over. Lotus represents creation. Shankha, Chakra, and Gadha, they represent destruction. So now, when he is coming to the gods, they don't want him to do any creation. What they want him to do? They want him to destroy the demons, isn't it? So he's coming with these three things to assure them, don't worry, time of destruction has come for these demons. And instead of carrying the lotus flower, he is carrying what is known as the Abhay Mudra in his hand. If you see, many of the deities of the Lord, they are holding their hands in Abhay Mudra. You see Radharani over here, holding her hand like this, Abhay. So this mudra is known as Abhay Mudra. Abhay Mudra means that this is a mudra of reassurance. The Lord is reassuring His devotees, don't worry, I'm there for you. So when the gods, they saw the Lord descending with Abhay Mudra in His hand, they felt so good. They felt that all our problems are going to be over very soon. All our burdens are going to go very soon. This particular name of Lord Ram, Brahmadya Mara Prarthita Ram, refers to that Ram who is very eager to give hope to his devotees, who is very eager to bless his devotees, who is very eager to accept the prayers of his devotees and fulfill their desires. Here, the Lord does not even wait for us to complete the prayers. He is just waiting to fulfill the desires and help us experience great joy. Shrimad Dasharatha Nandana Ram. Dasharath Maharaj was a very powerful king, and he had so much wealth, so much power, such a huge kingdom. He had so many wives. He had practically everything a human being could aspire for and more. And yet, he did not have one thing, and that is, he did not have a child. Dasharath Maharaj, when he did not have a child, he felt so incomplete. He felt so despondent. He felt so sad. It's amazing that Dasharath had everything, but he didn't have one thing, which was he didn't have a child. Now imagine the fact, the thought that Dasharath felt incomplete without the presence of a child in his life. All of us are like Dasharath in one sense. We have so much. But there is one thing that is incomplete in our life, isn't it? There's one thing that is missing in our life. Now, for somebody, it might be a job that is missing. For someone, it might be a wife that is missing or a husband that is missing. For someone, it could be a child that is missing. For someone, it could be a house that is missing. For someone, it could be a car that is missing. For someone, it could be anything that is missing. And usually, when something is missing in our life, our mind is not peaceful till we get that, isn't it? We might get everything else in our life, but till we get that one thing that is missing, we cannot be peaceful. Shrimad Dasharatha Nandana Ram refers to that Ram that came into the life of Dasharath Maharaj to make his life feel complete. When you have Ram in your life, you don't need anything else in your life. When you have Ram in your life, you feel your life is complete. The moment Ram was born to Dasharath Maharaj, Dasharath felt like a complete man. Raymond's the complete man. Most people in this world want to feel complete, but they think that getting material things actually makes them feel complete. But the fact is that the moment that particular material thing you get, you hanker for something else. The day you get a job, you hanker for a house. The day you get a house, you hanker for a car. The day you get a car and a house, you hanker for a wife. The day you get a wife, you hanker for children. The day you get children, you hanker for another child. The day you get another child, you hanker for peace. Yeah. Practically everyone hankers for something or other continuously. And the hankering goes on and on and on till the point you hanker for Ram and you experience Ram in your life. And the day you experience Ram in your life, that day you feel complete. Shrimad Dasharatha Nandana Ram refers to that Ram who is here to complete your life. The day Ram was born to Dasharath Maharaj, he felt so happy. He felt so excited. He felt so thrilled. And Dasharath, that's the day when he felt his life was complete and his life was perfect. All of us, we all will at one point of time or the other have everything physically, materially that we hanker for, and yet we will feel incomplete. Yet we will feel something is missing in our lives. But the moment we experience Ram in our life, that is the moment we start feeling life now is complete. So this particular Ram refers to that feeling of completeness. Kaushalya Sukhavardhana Ram. When Ram was about 12 years old, Vishwamitra Muni comes to Ayodhya. And Vishwamitra Muni tells Dasharath Maharaj that he wants to take Ram with him to Siddhashram, where he is performing a yajna. And he wants Ram to help him protect the yajna so that the demons named Marich and Subahu cannot attack. And Ram and Lakshman go along with Vishwamitra Muni for this purpose. When Ram Lakshman are with Vishwamitra Muni in the forest, they come to a particular point where they have been traveling all day long and they're very tired and exhausted. So Ram and Lakshman, when the Vishwamitra Muni sees they are tired and exhausted, he decides to take rest for the night in that particular place. So Vishwamitra Muni creates a bed of leaves and flowers on which Ram and Lakshman are lying now. And Vishwamitra Muni is lying next to them And Vishwamitra Muni feels very bad for Ram and Lakshman because this is the first time in the life of Ram and Lakshman they're living in a forest, in a strange circumstance. They're sleeping on the floor in the forest. Now, for somebody who's used to sleeping on such comfortable bed, which I described some time back, sleeping on the floor in the forest is not easy. So Vishwamitra Muni, just to inspire Ram and Lakshman, starts telling them stories. And they both go to sleep. The next day morning, Vishwamitra Muni gets up early in the morning, much before sunrise. He goes and does his prayers. He has his bath, he does his prayers, he does all his morning rituals. And he comes back and he sees Ram and Lakshmana still sleeping. So Vishwamitra Muni wants to wake up the sleeping Ram and Lakshmana. When he goes next to them, sits next to them, and then for the first time in his life, Vishwamitra Muni is seeing the sleeping Ram. When he sees the sleeping beauty of Ram, he is amazed. He has never seen anything as beautiful as this. When we sleep and get up, it's not exactly the most beautiful thing. Like nothing less than a horror show, isn't it? But when Ram sleeps and gets up, it is the most beautiful experience of life. Vishwamitra Muni has never seen anything like this. And the moment Vishwamitra Muni sees the sleeping beauty of Ram, he immediately remembers Kaushalya. Why? Because Mother Kaushalya gets to experience the sleeping beauty of Ram every day. Every day, when Ram is sleeping and waking up, Kaushalya is there watching the sleeping beauty of Ram. Vishwamitra Muni is saying, what a fortune Mother Kaushalya has, that she is able to see this form of Ram. Kaushalya Sukhavardhana Ram refers to that Ram that makes Kaushalya happy simply by sleeping. Vishwamitra Muni is so touched, so inspired by Mother Kaushalya that he composes a verse at that point in time. To wake up Ram and of course to glorify Mother Kaushalya. So the verse he composes is the very famous verse. Kaushalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardola Kartavyam Devamanikam. In all temples across South India, this is the first verse that is played in the morning when the Lord is woken up. And when Vishwamitra Muni was chanting this verse, he got stuck in that word Kaushalya for 1 hour. He didn't chant the whole verse. He only chanted the name of Kaushalya for 1 hour because he was just so amazed by the greatness of Mother Kaushalya. Vishwamitra Muni is inspiring all of us with a thought. What is the thought that Vishwamitra Muni is inspiring all of us with? So here, Kaushalya Sukha Vardhana Ram refers to that Ram who has just woken up. This refers to the Mangalarti Darshan of the Lord. Vishwamitra Muni is telling that those people who have darshan of the Lord who has just woken up, they are really fortunate. Sukhavardhana Ram means that Ram who enhances the pleasure of his devotees when they see him early in the morning. It refers to that particular form of the Lord. So the Mangalarti is considered to be a very auspicious time. Um, there is a Shri Vaishnava Acharya whose name is Vedanta Desikar. So one time a devotee goes to Vedanta Desikar. This is in Kanchipuram in South India. And there is a temple of Varadaraj over there in Kanchipuram. So Vedanta Desikar is from that place. So this devotee goes to Vedanta Desikar and asks him a question. He asks him, he says, what is the best time to have darshan of Varadaraj? Vedanta Desikar in his uh, supreme intelligence, he says, the best time to have darshan of Varadaraj is early in the morning, just when he wakes up. So this devotee asks him, why that particular time you're talking about? Vedanta Desikar says, I will tell you a secret that nobody knows. This devotee is very eager to hear. Vedanta Desikar says, in the temple of Varadaraj, something very mystical happens every night. When the temple doors are shut, all the pujaris leave the temple. Varadaraj is standing on his altar. So in South Indian temples, you will find the altar of Vishnu is one place and the altar of Lakshmi is in another place. So Varadaraj is standing on his altar all day long. But at night, when the temple shuts down, Varadaraj goes from his altar to Lakshmi Devi's altar to sleep in the night along with her. He doesn't like to sleep alone. So Varadaraj, when he goes to Lakshmi Devi's altar, they sleep together, and Lakshmi Devi puts her hand like this, and Varadaraj is resting on the arms of Lakshmi Devi, and he sleeps all night, on the arm of Lakshmi Devi. The next day morning, when it's time for Mangalarti, he suddenly gets up and runs back to his altar. But Varadaraj is in a very embarrassed situation because he has slept all night long in the arms of Lakshmi Devi. The bangles of Lakshmi Devi make a mark on his neck. If you have slept on a straw mat all night, you get marks on your face, right? So because he has slept all night on the arms of Lakshmi Devi, he has marks of bangles on his neck, and he's very conscious of it. And he's like, he doesn't want anybody to look at it. But all those who come for Mangalarti Darshan over there, they're all looking at it, isn't it? So Varadaraj says, if anybody at that time goes and asks him for any boon, he says, take it, but don't tell anyone what you saw. So Vedanta Desikar says, that is the best time to go there because you will get whatever you want. So this Mangalarti Darshan is a very special darshan because it is the bedroom darshan of the Lord. Now, do you get to go to the bedroom of a king? Obviously not. You can see the king in the court. Right now, this particular form of the Lord is like a courtroom form of the Lord. Very regally dressed, very royally dressed. But if you come for Mangalarti early in the morning, you won't find the Lord dressed so gorgeously. You'll find him in night suit, basically. It's very simple attire, isn't it? Now that nobody has access to. Very, very few people have access to that. So those who come for Mangalarti, they're very special souls because they're walking into the bedroom of the Lord, literally. So Vishwamitra Muni, when he sees the Lord sleeping over there that night, he feels so fortunate that he's able to see that darshan which Kaushalya is able to see on a daily basis. And this particular form of the Lord, Kaushalya Sukhavardhana Ram, refers to that Ram who is most merciful just when he gets up. Not just most merciful, he is also most beautiful. So if you want to experience the most merciful and most beautiful form of the Lord, that's the time to go. And Sukhavardhana Ram refers to that Ram who is specialized in increasing the pleasure of his devotees. So if anyone who goes that time and has darshan of the Lord, they not only feel the mercy of the Lord, not only experience the beauty of the Lord, but also feel extremely joyful and happy. And I'm sure all of you all who have attended Mangalarti have experienced that joy, isn't it? It's a very special feeling. It's a very different type of feeling. And that's the Kaushalya Sukhavardhana Ram that we speak about. Ghora Tataka Ghataka Ram. When Ram Lakshman were with Vishwamitra Muni, they come across a particular section in the forest, which was a very ghastly and a very dangerous type of section in the forest. It's a dense forest, and there are no animals there. There are no fruits there, no water there. Absolutely barren forest, which is very hot. So when Ram and Lakshman reach over there, they immediately ask Vishwamitra Muni, what is this? Why is this forest so desolate and so intense? Vishwamitra Muni tells Ram and Lakshman that long back this forest was inhabited by so many animals. But there was a lady named Tataka who took over this forest. Her husband, named Sunda, he was um, a very demonic person, and he harassed Agastya Rishi a lot. And Agastya Rishi cursed him and burnt him to ashes. And Agastya Rishi went away from there. So from that time onwards, Tataka and her two sons, Marich and Subahu, they are staying in that forest and harassing everyone who lives in that forest. So they are not able to do anything to Agastya Rishi. They're taking revenge on everybody else who stays in the forest. So Vishwamitra Muni tells Ram and Lakshman that you must destroy Tataka. So Tataka, so she is living in that particular section of the forest. So therefore, because she is so dangerous, she is called Ghora Tataka. So Ram, he agrees to destroy Tataka on request of his guru Vishwamitra Muni. And Ram takes his bow, twangs it, and pulls the string of the bow. He doesn't use an arrow, just twangs the string. The sound is so deafeningly loud that it reverberates through the whole forest, and Tataka wakes up. She's the other side of the forest. She gets up and she starts running towards the place where the sound came from. Valmiki Ramayana describes Tataka in this section. It says Tataka was so huge that she wore a garland of elephants. So the trunk of one elephant tied to the tail of another elephant, and the trunk of that elephant tied to the tail of another elephant. Like that, she was wearing a necklace of 108 elephants. You can imagine how big she was. And she was running towards Ram with such a huge size, and wherever she was stepping on the floor, her legs were creating a puddle of water. Like, everywhere there were small puddles of water. And as she was creating these puddles of water and running towards Ram, she reached where Ram was. Vishwamitra Muni saw this massive demoness, Ghora Tataka. Vishwamitra Muni immediately told Ram, kill her. Ram started thinking a little bit. He was thinking, this is the first demon I'm going to kill in my life in this incarnation. And it is a woman. Should I kill or should I not kill? He started thinking a lot. Interestingly, Krishna also the first demon that he kills is Putana, again a woman. But he does not think so much. He directly kills. The difference between Ram and Krishna is that Ram thinks a lot and Krishna doesn't think so much. He's a little more practical. He just does the needful basically. Krishna just closes his eyes and kills Putana. So Ram is thinking, should I kill? Should I not kill? Vishwamitra Muni, his guru, is telling him kill. But Ram is thinking, is the guru giving right instruction or no? And Vishwamitra Muni immediately understands what Ram is thinking. Then Vishwamitra Muni starts giving instances in the past when women were killed. He gives a story of a lady named Sumati who was helping the demons and Indra killed her. And then he gives the example of Bhrigu's wife named Khyati who was protecting the demons and Lord Vishnu killed her. And after giving all these references from Vedic scriptures, then Ram analyzes it and says, okay, fine, I will kill. And then takes an arrow and shoots the two arms of Tataka. Even then, he is not killing her. Vishwamitra Muni tells him, Baba, please kill her because she is going to get more powerful as the sun sets. And then finally, somehow, when Ram realizes that there is no other way, he finally kills her. This particular form of the Lord, Ghora Tataka Ghataka Ram. Ghataka means kills. It refers to that Ram who thinks a lot before even punishing those who are sinful. This refers to that Ram who is so compassionate that even towards demons, he wants to give them a second chance. He wants to give them a chance to rectify. When Ravan comes to fight against Lord Ram, Ram does not kill Ravan in the first instance. He really tortures Ravan and gives him a lot of pain. And then he tells Ravan, go back. Come back tomorrow. Why Ram does that? He is hoping that by the next day, this fellow will improve. This fellow will change. It is explained that Ravan had 10 heads. And out of the 10 heads, 9 of his heads told Ravan, don't kidnap Sita. 9 of it told Ravan, don't kidnap Sita. The original head of his didn't agree. All other extra heads of his agreed. Didn't want to kidnap Sita. But the original head was a problematic one. And that one was not convinced only. So Ram was hoping that somewhere Ravan will change. With Tataka also, Ram was hoping that somewhere Tataka will change. So this Ram refers to the Ram who thinks a lot before punishing anyone. Even if you are Gora Tataka, he will still give you a chance. He will still give you a chance to rectify. Obviously, all of us are not as bad as Tataka and Ravan, isn't it? We all make mistakes. We all, have shortcomings and weaknesses. Thank God, Ram is so kind. Imagine if the Lord was the kind of personality that is waiting for us to make a mistake. You would not have to wait much, isn't it? You're all making mistakes all the time. Ghora Tataka Ghataka Ram refers to that Ram who is willing to take risks by giving us second chance. Who is willing to take risk. Even when this guru tells him to kill, he's still thinking, should I give this person a second chance? Should I give this person more opportunities? That is the type of Ram that this is referring to. Kaushika Samrakshaka Ram. So here, Kaushika refers to Vishwamitra Muni. It's another name of Vishwamitra Muni. Makha refers to the sacrifice of Vishwamitra Muni. Kaushika Makha Samrakshaka Ram refers to that Ram that protected the sacrifice of Vishwamitra Muni. So when Vishwamitra Muni, Ram and Lakshman reach Siddhashram, Vishwamitra Muni tells Ram and Lakshman that I am going to begin the sacrifice now. This sacrifice is for the welfare of the world. Vishwamitra. Vishwa refers to the world. Mitra means friend of the world. So Vishwamitra, whatever he does it for the benefit of society. So Vishwamitra Muni was performing a yajna which was for the benefit of society. But while he was performing this yajna, he had to take two vows. First, he had to take the vow of silence. He had to be completely silent for 7 days and 7 nights. And second, he had to take a vow of abstinence from anger. He could not get angry for 7 days and 7 nights. So Vishwamitra Muni tells Ram, I'm going to take these two vows and I'm going to begin the sacrifice. But every time I begin the sacrifice, these two demons, Marich and Subahu, who are sons of Tataka, they come, harass us, and destroy the sacrifice. Do not allow us to complete the sacrifice. Vishwamitra Muni tells Ram and Lakshman, please take charge now and protect us so that we can complete the sacrifice. This particular form of Ram, known as Samrakshaka Ram, refers to that Ram that is going to protect Vishwamitra Muni and help him complete the sacrifice. So after Vishwamitra Muni gives Ram this instruction, he begins to perform the sacrifice. Ram and Lakshman are protecting the sacrifice of Vishwamitra Muni just like the eyelids protect the eyeballs. The analogy is very interesting. Eyeballs are inside and eyelids are outside, right? And the eyeballs are very sensitive, very delicate organs in the body. And the eyelids, they are over the eyeballs to protect the eyeballs. So the Yajna Kund, the fire, is like the eyeballs. And Rama and Lakshmana are like the eyelids. Just like the lower eyelid is in one place and the upper eyelid goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Similarly, Lakshman was in one place and Ram goes around and comes back and touches Lakshman, goes around and comes back, just like the eyelids. What a beautiful analogy, right? And 7 days passed like this. On the seventh day, 6 days, there was absolutely no sound at all, no nuisance at all. Ram and Lakshman was beginning to wonder, why is Vishwamitra panicking so much? Nothing is really happening. The yajna was almost completed. They were about to pour the last oblations into the fire. Just when they were about to pour the last oblations into the fire, suddenly they heard a loud sound. And all the demons began to attack the sacrifice together. Just when you are about to reach success, that's when you lose alertness. That's when you lose your focus. And that's when you make mistakes. Ram and Lakshman were very alert even at that point in time. Immediately, they became alert and began station themselves ready to attack. The demons started throwing all kinds of dirty things into the fire. They were throwing meat and flesh and blood and all kinds of dirty substances into the fire. Ram immediately created a canopy of arrows above the fire, and not a single drop of that dirty thing entered into the fire. And the demons were getting very angry that they are not able to contaminate the fire. So they decided to come down and attack from ground. As they descended on the ground, the demons realized they are not even able to come down because the sages are chanting mantras. The mantras are so powerful that the demons are not able to come down. The demons realized we need to counter these mantras by something else. The way to counter mantras, the effect of positive mantras, is the demons started giving bad words. They started hurling all kinds of abusive words from top, thinking that those abusive words will counter the mantras below. The demons are chanting abusive words from top, the sages are chanting mantras from below. Very interesting fight. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure all of us have experienced this on a daily basis, isn't it? Yeah. So we are all trying to chant mantras at counter against them. There are a lot of people who are trying to throw all kinds of abusive language. The television is throwing abusive language at us. Our friends and colleagues are throwing abusive language at us. People on the road who are passing by are throwing abusive language at us. It's all, the world is a combination of mantras and abusive language. Which is more powerful? No matter how many abusive words the demons were using, they were not able to counter the mantras. They were not able to come to the ground at all. That's the power of mantras. And then Ram and Lakshman began to attack the demons and destroy the demons one after another. This particular form of the Lord, Kaushika Maka Samrakshaka Ram, refers to a very interesting type of Ram, interesting form of Ram. Here, the Yajna Kund represents a human mind. All our minds are like that Yajna Kund. Inside the Yajna Kund, two types of things are being thrown. The mantras and ghee is being thrown by the sages. Vishwamitra Muni, all the sages are pouring all good things into the mind. Similarly, we all have good advisors who are pouring good things into the mind. Every time you come to the temple and listen to a lecture, some nice thing is entering into our mind, isn't it? But simultaneously, dirty things also entering into our mind. There are other people who are waiting to throw all dirty things into your mind, isn't it? And once a week, once a week, we hear all kinds of good advice going into our mind. And the 6 days of the week, we hear all dirty things going into our mind. We need Ram to protect our mind from all the dirty things that go in. Ram represents the intelligence that filters the dirty things from going into our mind. So now we don't have control over who tries to throw negative energy into our life. Can we prevent them? Can we stop them? We can't. But if we have this particular Ram in our life, Samrakshaka Ram, he protects our mind from getting affected by the dirty things. So the demons were throwing dirty things. But Ram made sure that none of the dirty things enter into the fire. So when we pray to this particular form of the Lord, we get protection from being affected by the negative energy in our life. We all need protection from negative energy in our life, isn't it? Spiritual life is not easy. First of all, spiritual life is difficult. But if we get affected by so much of negativity being thrown into our minds, it is very difficult to practice spiritual life. And therefore, we need this particular form of Lord Ram, who is there to protect us from all the negative energy that is going into our minds. This particular form of the Lord is known as Kaushika Samrakshaka Ram. So let us all take shelter of this Ram and ask him, pray to him to protect our mind from all the contamination, all the negative things that enter into our mind and completely contaminate our mind. So we'll take one last verse for today. Shrimadahlyodharakaram. So here the word Shrimad is used for Ahalya. Interestingly, Ahalya has lost everything. She has become a stone now. She is cursed by Gautam Rishi to become a stone. Why is Ahalya called Shrimad here? In the Valmiki Ramayana, when Vibhishan gets kicked out of Lanka by Ravan, Vibhishan loses everything in one instance. One moment, Vibhishan loses everything. He has lost his money, he has lost his position, he's lost his family, he's lost his house, he's lost his comforts, he has lost his cooler, he has practically lost everything in his life. When he is walking out of out of Lanka, he is a beggar. He has no place to go to also. At that point, Valmiki calls Vibhishan as Shriman. All of the times in the Ramayana, Valmiki didn't call him Shriman. The day he became a beggar, he is calling him Shriman. Shriman means the one who is blessed by Shri, by Lakshmi Devi. How come Ahalya and how come Vibhishan, when they have lost everything, they are called Shriman or Shrimad here? The reason is because in the Bhagavatam and in all our scriptures, losers are actually winners. If you actually study Srimad Bhagavatam, every single story of Srimad Bhagavatam is a story of losers. Dhruva Maharaj is a loser, Prahlad Maharaj is a loser, Chitraketu is a loser, Ambarish Maharaj is a loser, Prithu Maharaj is a loser, Narada Muni is a loser. Practically every single story in the Bhagavatam is about people who are losers. But when they have lost everything, how, what they do and how they take shelter of the Lord determines whether their names come in the Bhagavatam or not. We are also losers. But the reason our name is not in the Bhagavatam is because when we lose, we don't know what to do. We don't react in the right way. We don't deal with it in the most devotional way. If we simply start dealing with our loss in a spiritual way, in a devotional way, our names also will come in the scriptures. Shrimad Ahalyo Dharakaram refers to that Ram who delivers Ahalya from the wrong thought processes. So why did Gautam Rishi curse Ahalya to become a stone? There is a reason. The reason is because Ahalya was loved attention. Ahalya loved attention. Obviously, all of us are like Ahalya in one sense, isn't it? If somebody pays attention to us, we feel nice. We feel good about it, isn't it? So, why did Gautam Rishi curse Ahalya to become a stone? Because nobody pays attention to a stone. Have you ever stared at a stone so much, thinking, wow, what a stone this is? Have you ever done that? Unless it's a diamond, of course. Yeah. But if you look at a stone on the streets, do you stand over there and admire the stone a lot? You don't even care for the stone, isn't it? Ahalya was cursed by Gautam Rishi to become a stone so that she gets rid of this desire for attention. All of us, we love attention. And therefore, whatever we do, we post it on social media and wait for some attention to come. And if we get a lot of attention, we become happy and we think it's good. And we repeat that. But if you don't get some attention, we decide, no, this is not a good thing to do. So many times, our decision, whether we're doing right or wrong, depends a lot on whether we get attention to it or not. If something brings us a lot of attention, we think it must be good. And if something doesn't bring us so much attention, we think it must be bad. Gautam Rishi cursed Ahalya to become a stone so that nobody pays attention to her. And she will overcome this desire for attention. So when Ram comes to Ahalya and he places his feet on Ahalya and Ahalya comes back to life, Ahalya offers a very small prayer to Lord Ram. She prays to Lord Ram, my dear Lord, by your grace I've got my life back again. But my desire to fall prey to temptations is not gone. I want you to bless me with strength so that I can say no to temptations. When Indra comes disguised as Gautam Rishi, Ahalya knew it is Indra, but somehow it was a temptation. The king of the heaven has come, paying attention to me. So she somehow couldn't say no to him. So Ahalya couldn't say no to Indra. And because she couldn't say no to the temptation, she fell for it. So Ahalya prays to Lord Ram, please give me the strength to say no to temptations. All of us, we also have to learn to say no. The problem with a lot of us is that we don't know how to say no. Because we, feels bad to say no. And also, we enjoy the attention. So sometimes it is best to become a stone and get into a very internal meditation. Especially for those who are in limelight and those who are in public life, those who get a lot of attention. Sometimes you have to just disappear from all the attention and be in your own world and focus on your own sadhana. And that really makes us much stronger. Srimad Ahalyo Dharaka Ram refers to that Ram who gives us strength to say no to temptations. If any of us are feeling weak, if any of us succumb to temptations in our life, if any of us are not able to say no, this is the Ram to pray to. Shrimad Ahalyo Dharaka Ram. And this Ram will give us the strength to say no. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So what I shared with you all today is a little glimpse of Naam Ramayana. And especially I only spoke on the Balakand of Naam Ramayana. Tomorrow, in the Sunday feast, I'll be speaking from some other section of the Naam Ramayana. And exactly in the same style, we'll continue chanting some more verses of the Naam Ramayana and going deeper into some more meditations. Like this, the entire Naam Ramayana is in the same style. And I am planning to take a course on the entire Naam Ramayana in January. It will be an online and offline course. I'll be doing it in Chopati, obviously. But simultaneously, the course will be online also. So anybody who wants to have link of that course, this is the group to join. It's a Telegram group, and there we'll have links to join the course, and you can hear it online itself. You don't have to come to Chopati to hear, and you can hear the entire. So I'll be speaking Nama Ramayana over 11 sessions. I'll cover the all 108 themes of Nama Ramayana. Anybody has any questions, comments, anything to say, anything to discuss? Please feel free. Okay. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening for the Sunday feast. We'll discuss part 2 of the Nama Ramayana. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Shubha. Prabhu. It's a wonderful meditation on each verse of Naam Ramayana. So please stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll have another session like this. And of course, if you want to enroll for this class, 11 sessions of Naam Ramayana. He also has written a book on Naam Ramayana. It's outside there, so please do have a look at that. There are also very interesting books for children, illustrated Bhagavad Gita, illustrated Mahabharata, Ramayana, all of these in very story formats. Kids will love it. There are books for all of the working class of people, where you could understand through stories about problems that you face at work and how to solve those. There is books for every situation in life, how to resolve those from the stories from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So please have a look at the books outside. And we'll have 30 minutes now before the Aarti starts at 6 o'clock. So you can always look at that, and then we'll have prasadam in the basement. Thank you so much. He'll be here to sign the books if you are buying those books. So you can sign.